Hey there, cool intro, huh? Welcome to the home office, um, former bedroom of Tyler's. But yeah, I wanted to do some videos, hopefully be a source of encouragement, maybe challenge a little bit along the way. But we've got a lot of unknown factors, a lot of stuff going on right now that is challenging us in life. And wanted to do some studies and challenge you to keep looking into God's Word as we're going through all this stuff because we're definitely in some uncharted territory here, as at least as far as most of us today are concerned. Um, what I wanted to talk to you about today is first chapter of Second Corinthians. So we got Paul who wrote this, and Paul's gone through his share of adversity and struggles and things going on in life, and he's been in prison, he's been persecuted. Even before that, he was the persecutor. And so life has definitely changed for him. But in this first chapter, Second Corinthians, He starts off talking about how God is this God of comfort. God is this God of all comfort, and talks about how God comforts us in our affliction. Not only does He comfort us in our affliction, but He comforts us in our affliction so that we ourselves um, can comfort others um, who need comfort by God. So what I wanted to do is we're looking at this is starting verse 8 of chapter 1 here. Read a couple verses to you and talk about them just a little bit. So verse 8 of chapter 1 of Second Corinthians, for we do not want you to be unaware, brothers, of the affliction we have experienced in Asia, for we were so utterly burdened beyond our strength that we despaired of life itself. Indeed, we felt that we had received the sentence of death, but that was to make us rely not upon ourselves, but on God who raises the dead. He delivered us from such a deadly peril, and He will deliver us. On Him we have set our hope that He will deliver us again. So, we've got this situation here that Paul's talking about, and before this, he's given praise to God who gives all this comfort. And he speaks here of this burden that was beyond their strength, that we despaired of life itself, burdened beyond anything they'd ever experienced. And, we're at that here for many of us. We've got this quarantine going on. We've got business closings, limited size groups to get together. We got to space each other out. Um, School closings. Some of y'all, especially if you were a senior in high school, your senior year is completely just changed and been shaken, tossed upside down. Um, People are looking at losing their jobs. Potentially with all this, there's people that own businesses, small businesses, that are potentially looking at going out of business with everything that's going on. And then, of course, you've got the obvious, the hoarding and things that are going on, things that we haven't seen before. You go into the grocery store and there's something new that's missing all the time. The other day we were in Giant and most of the ice cream was gone. And of course, still going, okay, what's going on with the toilet paper? Why is everybody hoarding toilet paper? And it's some act like it's all ending, that death is right around the corner. So the stress is high, and there's no hope with a lot of people. Um, it's a struggle, and it's something that the world is facing. But verse 9, second half of verse 9 here, we see where God is, Paul is talking, and they felt like they'd received the sentence of death, but second half verse 9, but that was to make us rely not on ourselves but on God. We've got this time where it's so easy to want to grab hold of something and make something happen, but the reality is we need to rely on God all the time, but especially during these times that are stressful, these times that we don't know what's coming next, because as it tells us in verse 10, God will deliver us. He's in control. He's got this. He will deliver us. Um, God's, like I said, in control. He is our hope, and we need to trust in Him. We need to trust in Him, of course, every day, but in times like this more than ever. So as you're going through life, as you're experiencing things, make sure you're spending time in God's Word. Make sure you're spending time in God's Word and in prayer, and recognizing the fact that, even though this might seem something that is so beyond anything we can handle, the reality is God can get us through this, and we just need to trust in Him. And as we have that hope, and as we have that comfort from God, we're going to be able to share that with others around us. So, in your day-to-day life, be staying in God's Word, be praying, and be lifting up those around you. And as you have opportunity to lift others up, whether it's your parents, whether it's siblings, whether it's friends, and try to give some comfort, take that comfort that God has given you and pass it on to Him, because the reality is He is in control and He's got us. God bless, and talk again soon.